Hi guys, today we'll solve the bowling game coding challenge. And first let's go through the rules. So in 10-pin bowling, there are obviously 10 pins that you need to knock down, and you have 2 attempts. Those 2 attempts are called a frame, and then you will have 10 frames in the game. So that's the first frame, and then you'll end up with frame number 10. And in this one, you can have up to 3 attempts. So it could be just 2 or it could be 3. And we'll get back to this in a second. So in each frame, in the first attempt, let's say you knock down all pins. That's called strike. And in that case, you won't get the second roll in that frame. So that's the simple case. Then, let's say you knock down 7 in the first attempt, so you have 3 left, and then you strike, then you knock down 3. This is called spare, sometimes it's marked like this. That basically means you eventually knocked all 10 pins in a frame, but it's not a strike, right? And the most common case is like you knock down 1 and then you knock down 5. And in that case, your score for that particular frame is 6, right? For the strike and spare, we need to add the bonus to our score. So let's say we had a spare here, so it's like 7-3. And we need to look into the next roll after this frame. So let's say it was 1. In that case, the score of this frame will be 10 plus 1, which is the bonus for the spare. So the bonus for the spare is the additional score that we add from the first roll of the next frame. So that's the total. And then we move on to this frame. In case if it was a strike, so let's remove this stuff. So if it was a strike, it basically means 10 on the first roll, and then we won't get this attempt, but now we need to look into next 2 rolls. So let's say it was 3 and 4. And if we calculate the strike frame score, it will be 10 plus 3 plus 4. So we take, we add next 2 rolls to our frame where we had a strike. So that's, we can apply that to each frame, and then you calculate the total score of all the frames, and that will give you the score of your bowling game. And for the 10th frame, so if you get a strike here, then you can have a strike here and have a strike here. So that's the maximum that you can get. Or let's say you have 1 and then you have 9. That's a spare, and then you get an additional attempt as well. So, and the normal case is just have a 2 rolls as usual, let's say 1 and 3. In that case, you don't get an additional 3rd roll in the 10th frame. So that's the task. And now let's move on to the editor. And I prepared a couple of edge cases. So the task is usually doesn't require you to validate the input. So that's the vector that we will receive of the rolls that were played. And then it's up to us to group them into frames and then calculate the score. So the format is like sequence of rolls and then expected score. And then the test is basically just validating all of that. So let's see a couple examples. Like the gutter game, we were unlucky. We just rolled all the balls and never knocked down any of the pins. We got 0 at the end. Then we knocked just 1 pin each time we roll. The sum is just total. We got 20 because there's 10 pairs of rolls, right? Each of them is just one score. Then we have one spare. You can put it anywhere in the sequence, but here it's in the beginning. So we have 5 and 5, so that's finishing the first frame, and the total of that will be 10 plus the additional 3 from the next roll. And then we move to the next frame, and it will be 3 and 0, so it's 3, and we add up it with 13 from the previous frame, and that will be 16 total. Then the strike, it's the same. The first frame here will be just 10, and then we move on to this. So the first frame is 10, and the second frame is 3, 4. In that case, we have 10, and then 10 plus 3 plus 4 is 17, and then we add 7 from the next frame, and we get 24. There's also this perfect game situation when we're basically doing strikes each time we roll, and then we have 9 frames. Everywhere has a 10, and then we have the last 10th frame where we have 3 attempts and we still knock down all strikes. In that case, each frame will give you 10 plus 10 plus 10. That's the bonus for the strike. So each frame will be 30 score, and then you multiply it by 10 frames and you get 300 as the maximum score that you can get. And then 2 edge cases, spare in the last frame. In that case, we don't add bonus because there are no rolls after that. And then strike in the last frame, same thing basically. So that's enough of the edge cases. Let's run the tests. You can see that they are not passing. Just the first one is passing because I always return 0. And now we can finally go here and do some coding. So one thing that people struggle with this task is that they kind of think about the frames, and then they think about, like, there's kind of pairs of rolls and it ends up as a frame. And they try to do partition by 2. So something like partition rolls by 2. And that's not working. You will quickly realize that when you encounter strike. Because if you get a strike, your frame is now just one roll, and you need to encounter that. In that case, you need to realize you don't want partitioning, and also things like just map or just iteration with an index is not quite working because you sometimes want to skip some particular rolls. And in that case, the easiest way to do is just to use loop and then control how you skip items or from the rolls inside the loop recur logic. The thing that's not changing is actually frame count, because you know that there is always 10 frames. So the thing that you can rely on is the frame index. So let's say frame, and we'll start from 0. So the last one will be frame 9, right? What else we need? We want score, right? And we start with 0, and then we want our rolls. That will be our things that we track in our loop. So now then we need to identify edge cases of the frames, right? I suggest we add a couple helpers. So defn strike ? It will receive our rolls, and we'll take a look into the first roll and check if it's 10, right? So it's first of rolls. If this is true, we got a strike. And then also let's do spare rolls. In this case, we will compare it to 10, but we now need to sum first rolls and second rolls. Yep. In our loop, we will end up with some kind of condition, right? So let's open condition, and then we check if we got strike from the rolls. we now want to move on to next iteration, and we need to first of all increase the frame count, right? Then we want to calculate the new score, and then we want to pass the rest of rolls, because we only will skip the single roll because that was strike, and then we need to move on to the next frame. So here we want to calculate the score, and it will be the current score plus second of the rolls, and we will also need nth from the rolls for the third, so it will be nth 2. As we'll operate with second and first and all that stuff, I suggest we just, for this particular one, add a helper function called third, and it will take rolls and it will just wrap our nth call, so we kind of have the code that easy to read. So third of rolls. So that's the strike, right? Then we move and let's do spare. So spare of rolls. We'll have kind of same logic here for the recur. So we increasing the frame. Then we actually forgot to add 10 as the base score that we need to add because it was a strike, right? So here for the spare, again, score will be 10, but now we will need to look into just the third roll, right? From the rest of the sequence. And here we need to skip 2 rolls. And there is a function called nth rest. You can pass the index from where you want to skip. So let's go here. Returns the nth rest of the call. So here's a good example, right? So we have this sequence and we have 4 as an index. So we do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be the sequence that we will return. So in our case, we skipping the index 0, we're skipping index 1 because that was our existing spare frame, and then we return the rest starting from index 2. And finally, we have the else condition, and that's our normal roll. So we do recur, increasing the frame. We just want to add first and second of the rolls, no bonus, and again we're skipping 2 because that was frame of 2 rolls. That's all good, but I think we're missing one thing, which is the exit condition of the loop, and we want to do it here. We want to actually check that if frame is 9, which is actually 10th frame because we start from 0 here. In the 10th frame, we just want to return score, but we want to sum the last frame as well. And here, the rest of the rolls that we got could be 2 or 3, but we actually don't need to think about that because we can just use score as a base, and then we just apply plus to the rolls, and that's it. Let's give it a go and see if that works. So yeah, no failures. If you want to understand what's going on, you can always add a print line here, and you can do frame, you can do score, and you can do rolls. And in that case, if you run the test, you'll see these sequences, and you can analyze them, how they went through how you increase the score, and you can also print, for example, when you got a strike, when you got a spare, and all that stuff. But yeah, that's in a nutshell how you solve the problem. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next video. Bye bye.